how long have you lived in Edmonton?
Since 1992.
And where are you from originally?
Originally from India, then I moved to Israel, and once I got married, I came to Canada. My husband had a citizenship, Canadian citizenship, so he sponsored me. Jim's brother was here, and we looked in different places, and the cost of living was much better here than any other province. The synagogue, because it binds me with the community.
Which synagogue? Beth Israel?
Beth Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Beth Israel. I've been a member ever since I came, and the Jewish community in general. Yeah, I started in the old shul downtown, and then once it moved here, we moved with it.
Mm-hmm. And now you work here?
Yes, I started about 2 years ago. As Menorah closed down, I took a year's break, and then there was an opening here. So Menorah Academy started in 1993, and I was called to recruit kids as well as start the office. Before that, I was working for the Jewish Community Center, UJA. Once the school started, I felt like I was part of it. Education was important to me as well. And then I joined them, where I was doing just about everything, from the office to cooking sometimes when the chef was sick, replacing teachers if I had to, if they didn't show up, and felt like my own. I didn't think it as somebody else's or as a job, 8 to 4. The education was very important because the kids were getting the Judaic and the academic side of it.
You mentioned the Jewish community, that you worked with the Jewish Community Centers. That was when it was in the Hillcrest area?
Yeah.
And what did you do there?
I was the front desk as well as the secretary, started from there. And later on was working for UGA as well, and doing front desk if needed. When I first came, I also worked part-time with the CZF, Canadian Zionist Federation, and part of it was NAMAT. So there were quite a few that I was working part-time when I first arrived here. I like the greenhouses, I like the mortar, the museums, things like that, the nature, walks and stuff like that, the river valley, those kinds of things I enjoy. The city is beautiful. I think that's why I've stayed here so long. I have three kids. The oldest one will be turning 50 this month, so he's not a kid anymore. He was an RCMP, just retired. The second one is in New Jersey. She's a daughter, and she has 3 kids, 3 boys. And the youngest one is here in Edmonton, and he has 2 kids. And the first one has 3 kids as well. So, and they have moved to Saskatoon now, so they're doing quite well there. Mm-hmm. I like to go to the holes. I don't know what
holes,
they call it. Yeah, the holes one, and Mortard, to see the gardens, the different gardens. Yeah, I used to take the kids, the grandkids, to the museum when it was on 142 Street? No, 132, I think it was. 102.
102 Avenue, that's the one that's being demolished now.
Yeah. I used to love going there with the kids. But originally I came here in 1975, but we were in Wetaskiwin. So I have a long story, a wandering Jew. I went from Wetaskiwin to Toronto. In Toronto, we stayed there for a few years and then moved to Israel for 8 years and came back again. So that's when the 92 came in, is back to Edmonton.
Do you ever go back to India to visit India?
I've been there about, the last time I went there was 2000 for a wedding. But since then I haven't gone there because nobody lives there. Everybody has moved to Israel. So I go quite often to Israel and visit my family. Jim's family's there, and lots of cousins and stuff like that. I was born in Bombay, which is Mumbai now, and there was a big Jewish community there. We moved from India in '67. Yeah, my great grandfather had a long history there. He built the first Jewish school in India. He built a synagogue, and he's well known. And he's also written a book about the Jews of India. So I think the education part comes from his side of the family. Very important that my kids also was very important for me that they get the education at the right time. Yeah, I was in accounting, but because I moved so many times, it affected. I'm proud to be Jewish. I'm proud to be an Indian Jew, and I just love coming here and for prayers and stuff like that. I think I have a strong belief in Judaism and in everything. Like